Have you ever met someone that just oozes charisma and magnetism? When you're around them, it may just make you feel better, make you feel more confident, or make you feel more energized. And you ever wondered why some people attract people like moths to a flame? And why some people tend to repel people no matter what they do? I'm going to show you the 5 traits of irresistibly magnetic people. I'm going to show you how you also already have this energy within yourself, how to embody it, and how it will completely transform your life when you do so. As I've embodied new, more empowered aspects of myself, I've noticed people respond to me in a very different way as I've changed my own energy. Now, I will say that one huge epiphany insight I've had over the last 6 months or so has been this simple idea around understanding the power of detachment from outcome, but also how you can begin to source your own sense of appreciation for yourself. And as you start choosing yourself, other people start choosing you. People say, what does it mean to choose yourself? Literally, what this means is the outer reality, what we experience in our relationship dynamic to other people, is a reflection of the relationship dynamic we have with ourselves. Hey, when we talk about attachment styles, sometimes people say, oh, you're just one or the other. I believe that it can be somewhat contextually. You can have a more anxious attachment style, especially if you attract someone that's more avoidant. Or you can have more of an avoidant attachment style if you attract someone that's anxious. The thing that I believed for so long, subconsciously, was that in order to feel whole and complete, in order to feel enough, I needed someone else in my life to reflect that energy back to me via a relationship or someone that I was dating. And there was this belief there. And what would happen is then it would create resistance within my body, and I would find myself sabotaging different dynamics. And it was because what I was doing is I was putting resistance into the area of my life around that of love. What I'm about to share with you changes everything. Now, the funny thing about this is different people in their lives will do this in different ways. For example, I have a buddy of mine who sometimes has challenges with attracting money. He's an abundant dude, but sometimes he gets in his head and he'll start worrying about money. He'll kind of put it on a pedestal. It'll become this important thing, and then he'll kind of sabotage his own energy around it and create resistance. The more he puts it on a pedestal and the more important he makes it, and the more he needs it, the more he lacks it. Now, the funny thing is in my own personal life, when it comes to money, it's very smooth for me. Money comes very easily for me. I don't put it on a pedestal. I'm kind of cool either way. I understand money doesn't equal happiness. And I just simply know, and it's a part of my natural self-image, that money comes easily and it comes in abundantly. And therefore, I've been able to make multiple 7 figures in my life. And what I began to do as of the last couple months is I began to open myself up more, and I began to question, why do I want what I believe I want? And I realized deep down what I really value isn't what I thought I did. What I value more so is, and I never went through a phase of my life where I really just appreciated and chose myself. I thought that what I really wanted was a relationship or some type of connection like this. As I started to realize that I don't need it, I started to focus on how I appreciate and I love my own freedom, how I love being in my own energy. The funny thing is, the more I have chose myself, the more I have become free in my own energy, the more magnetic my energy has become, because the less attached to other people I am. You're good either way. You have abundance always coming in. Don't focus and put so much pressure on this area of your life. So realize the degree to which you don't need someone else in your life is the degree to which you will be magnetic and attractive. A lot of times what we do with validation and approval, because we need from someone else, we need their validation or approval. That's what we believe, because in childhood, maybe we didn't receive it. So now we believe we need it from other people. The more I've gave myself love, approval, and even just the recognition of the appreciation for myself and the positive qualities I have, the more other people have noticed it in me. The less I need it from them, funny enough. It's just a belief. It's an attachment. When you self-source your own love and approval and validation, you begin to embody your own energy to where you don't need it from other people. Now, let's take this a step further. You can self-source, which is kind of an ego thing, because it's like, I realize I am worthy. I am enough, I am enough, I'm enough. What if you realize you don't need validation or approval, or the divine can flow through you with that love naturally? That is truly magnetic. When you realize you don't need it from anything other than God, the universe, source energy. Now let's bring that to the second level here that I think that's even used me as an example. One thing that I believe has made me more magnetic than ever before is my vulnerability. It's the fact that I share things that aren't the coolest thing to share. There are things that are vulnerable to share. What would have been cooler is to say, yeah, I'm just so secure all the time, don't have any childhood trauma. Every person I talk to is just in love with me. Like, that sounds really cool, but it also probably sounds a little bit like superficial or something. Vulnerability is magnetic because it allows you to connect with people in a depthy way, in a more connective way. It takes vulnerability to tell someone else you have feelings for them. It takes vulnerability and courage to be this way. Vulnerability will repel superficial people, and you are attracting people even more to you that resonate with you at a deep level. It also shows someone else that you have courage to express the real you. When in reality, what people really want is depth. They want depth. This doesn't mean, by the way, crying and like complaining all the time from a level of victimhood. Vulnerability means expressing the real you. Now, the third trait of highly attractive people, and I've learned this as I've gone on with my life, especially this last couple months. The more you stand for something and the more you, in a way, are authentically living by your own values, the more attractive you are. Most people are living according to the values that society gave them. People are just pinging to the energy dynamic you are playing out. If you don't own being shy, the more you don't own being shy and think you have to be loud, the more energy will come off that's like needy and that's like not authentic, and the more other people will feel it. Just own being shy. What you want to do is focus on owning the things that you think are your flaws, maybe your greatest gifts. Find out, what do you really value? I value vulnerability, authenticity. Now, the fourth trait of highly magnetic and attractive people, it's being in your body. In your body. Being present. Most people are pinging to other people. They're empaths. A lot of people that watch my videos are empaths. I was an empath for a long time. What is the answer to magnetic energy? Bring your energy back. Bring it back inside of your own body. Feel the separation. I know we're all one consciousness, we're all one, but guess what? Empaths don't need to hear that. You're already at one with everything. Now, the fifth trait of highly magnetic and attractive people has to do with something, two-part thing. One, inner authority. People that are magnetic either give themselves their own authority by tuning to their body and saying, what do I think about this situation? How do I feel about this person? How do I feel? Or from the divine. Giving yourself permission. Realize you have to be the one to give yourself permission to be a more authentic version of you. Are you living your passion? When you are in your purpose or your passion, you are way more magnetic. Your vibration is a combination of how you think, feel, and act.
今回の動画は以上です。今日の動画は私も大好きな動画のうちの一つです。エンパスである場合は、人の感情を自分の感情と一緒にしてしまうんですよね。そして共感することによって自分のこととして考えてしまうけども、それが自分を臆病にしてしまうこともあったりとか、人の顔色を伺う結果になったりもするから、 結果的に自分を表現できなくなってしまったり、自分が何がしたいのかもわからなくなってしまったりするんですよね。そうすると、人に認められない自分は共感力のないダメな自分なんだっていう評価をしてしまったりとか、人を喜ばせることができない自分は魅力がないと感じてしまったりすることも出てきたりしますよね。そんな私たちに向けてアーロン氏は自分を魅力的な人間にするためのコツを教えてくれています。皆さんも自分のどんなところが今回のお話と共感できるかできないかなどありましたら、ぜひコメント欄で教えてください。それでは今回もご視聴いただきありがとうございました。この動画が少しでも良かったらグッドボタン、チャンネル登録をお願いします。それではまた次の動画でお会いしましょう。ご視聴ありがとうございました。